Bismillah ar-Rahman ar-Rahim. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. Ramadan Mubarak. So I'm going to share with you a story. It's related to health and fasting. There's actually two things I want to mention in this reflection. The first would probably be the first time that I ever fasted. It wasn't Ramadan, but I was in South Africa where I took my Shahada, and someone asked me to fast. It may have been Arafat or something around the time when I took my Shahada. So my first day of fasting, I set up, and I remember it vividly. I remember people in the masjid telling me, "Hey, come to the masjid to break your fast." And I'm thinking, yeah, fantastic. I'm single, living in South Africa, and I'm thinking, lamb and rice and other stuff that I've had at other places. And so I spend the day fasting, hot sun, South Africa, and I get to the masjid, and there's all of this like sweets. It's all cakes and cupcakes and cookies and breads and sodas, and I didn't know any better. And I've been fasting all day, quite hungry, and I just ate what was in front of me. And as I'm eating this, it feels great for about 2 minutes. And then the reality starts to set into my body, and that sugar hits my system in a way that I'd probably never experienced ever in my life. And it rendered me almost like to a state of incapacity. I remember my ears were ringing, my vision was kind of coming in and out, and so I was thinking to myself, this can't be right. And so my reflection here is just to make sure that when we are nourishing our body spiritually through the day, that we also are taking the same and have the same type of concern when we are nourishing our physical bodies, because we want to be able to get into Taraweeh or get into the activities post-fast in a manner that allows us to be at our best. The other thing that I like to say about health is probably when I was a student, and I know the generosity of people is fantastic, but there comes to a point where the prophetic emulation in this ideal idea of generosity can actually go too far. And I remember being in Taraweeh, being completely uncomfortable with a full stomach, because the people were insisting, have another plate and have another plate, and say, oh, you don't love me, you don't love our family's cooking, even as far as you don't love the Prophet, eat my food. And so you're in this position, you're in their home, it's very awkward. But you know what happens. And one of my good teachers, one of my teachers once said, you should know when that last morsel of food that goes into your mouth, that anyone after that is oppressing the body. So we really want to make sure that in this month that we are breaking our fasts with wholesome foods that are going to aid our bodies to be able to worship and be healthy throughout the night. And then also that we are not people that are using a blessed tradition of feeding others in a way that can also become a bit oppressive upon them and prevent them from enjoying nights of Ramadan because they have overfilled and they're not obeying the 1/3 food and 1/3 drink and 1/3 air. Generosity is beautiful, but too much of it can also be problematic. So those are two things I wanted to share with you with regard to health. May Allah bless you in the remaining days and nights of Ramadan, and may Allah give you a Ramadan filled with spiritual health and physical health. Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.